let's actually go back and relive one of those moments in time. We've actually got some stuff queued up for us to watch today. I'm pretty excited to do this. I love watching wrestling with Rick, and now we get to have Mr. Ricky Morton as part of this. We're gonna go back and revisit a match that happened way back when in 1987. I believe this one went down in June of 1987. And what we've got here today, and this should be pretty fun, it's Rick and Lex Luger as the Horsemen taken against the Rock and Roll Express. So I think Steve's got that ready for us to take a look at, and we'll get going here.
The World Tag Team Champions, Robert and Ricky against the Dream Team. If you know, comparing the two teams, JJ, if there's any one setback to Ric Flair and Lex Luger, then that's the fact that they haven't been tagging or teaming together as much as Ricky and Robert have.
Well, with any other team,
down there, Steve.
I'd probably.
When you take a look at this, Ricky, what's the first thing you think about this old footage here from 1987?
You know, it's funny. I don't remember this match because I was looking at it on the format, and I've been looking down at what you guys sent me today. I looked at it last night. I don't remember the match, but I'm just thinking to myself, all I see is Ricky Morton. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how much fun we had back then. I don't know why I would have been with Lex. I guess he and I just made it about ourselves anyway. I hate to say that, but
Rick, I think
we were wrestling a single match right there.
Yes, we were. But I think that this is when Lex first come in, I believe.
Yeah. And, so this was filmed on June 6, 1987 in Greensboro in front of 12,837 fans.
And I think I had you rolled up and Lex Luger come in and hit me with a clothesline. Is that the finish on this match?
We're going to take a look here. I think I think Morton, I think you have Flair covered with a roll up.
Yeah. And Lex Luger come in. And see, this match right here was to get Lex over to join the Four Horsemen. That's okay. This is how you tell.
You have a better memory of that than I do.
Yeah, this just.
I remember my matches with Arn with you guys.
Oh my God!
I didn't remember this one.
This was just to get Lex over, where he could go ahead and join the Four Horsemen.
Yeah,
that was my job, and I done it. Look at this shit. We got to do that, Rick.
Quit slapping me.
Great.
Check out who the referee is. That Earl Hebner right there?
Yes,
that is Earl. Yep.
That is. Greensboro. What a town.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I don't have no
volume on it. I've heard from Earl, man. He wants to be on the show big time, Conrad.
Well, we'll definitely get in touch with him. Hey, before we go too much further, Mr. Morton, I hope you don't have plans because we sure would love to have you at this Jim Crockett show on July 31st in Nashville.
Well, Nashville's my hometown. God, I loved it. I love to be there, guys. I thank you very much. Matter of fact, I like to bring my son too for he.
Please do. Yeah, Kerry Morton, by the way, a future legend. I had the pleasure of meeting him. Gosh, almost 10 years ago now, and I can't believe he's a grown man and in the business now. And
here it is. Boom. Okay, I'm sorry. I got caught up in that match. You know what? I would love to attend it too. I like for, bring Robert with me and Kerry James, just to be a part of all the fun, all the excitement, and to watch Rick walk that aisle one last time.
Hey, how is Robert's knee?
His knee? Well, no, he's got a bad hip.
Oh, it's his hip. Okay, I'm sorry.
And I'm not trying to take anything away from him or anything like that. Rick, me and Robert are still very active in the business.
No, always ask. I heard that he
yes.
I thought with his knee was hurting him bad.
Yes, but he but I do 90% of the match. No, I'm just kidding. I try to take care of him. I work around him. If you know how to work, nobody knows.
Yeah.
And great. But look at Lex Luger right there.
Looks like a hero. He looks like He-Man come to life here.
Action hero, bro.
But Luger and Kerry Von Erich, man, probably the two greatest physiques in the business.
It sure were. And but I remember this match, Rick. And it's hard, if you stop to think how many matches we had in our lifetime.
Oh gosh.
But I especially remember this match here. This is when, and I got to say, I didn't always get along with Dusty. Me and him had a lot of FU fights, but I respected him, and he come to me about this match. He told me, so I got to get Lex over to get going. I'll never forget this, but he didn't have to explain it to me. It was my job. And cool.
Well, I'm excited that we're getting to watch this one. We heard, or we all remember, Luger had just come up from Florida. This is early 1987 here, and Ole is wanting to take some time away from the business and go do family stuff. And there's an angle that happens where Ole gets essentially kicked out of the Horsemen, and there's a big feud with Tully and Ole, and certainly Arn and Ole. And now this debuting new star here says, hey, my goal and aspiration is to be a Horseman. JJ starts having conversations with him, and eventually he becomes an official Horseman, the first replacement, if you will, after Ole went down. But man, the look and the presentation, especially in this era, when you've got he feels pretty can't miss, does he not, Rick?
Yeah, and he aside from the fact that they were from different ends of the country, his body is as good as Kerry Von Erich right there, if not better. And that's saying a lot because Kerry had a hell of a physique. But Lex was 6'5", 260.
Yeah, and Conrad, I'm watching because I don't remember this spot. But you see, all this is called in a ring. And I wonder what Robert's fixing to do after he just tried to slam him twice and he didn't. Let's see where they go from here. Because I can't remember every move. Let's see here. There you go. Now he got it. You see? Tell her that story. That's cool.
Yeah. That looked good.
Yeah, you understand, Rick. I was just wondering where they were going from there. And he did. Here we go.
So as you see there, this was a part, even though it was filmed in June 6th, 1987, this actually made air in August of 87 when you guys
he just took off the best part. There's the only guy that can follow me on the screen. He performed at intermission, right?
Yeah. We had Elvis there, do intermission, no problem.
Went straight to the heat too, didn't we? Oh.
You know what the problem is? Ricky Morton had more girlfriends than Elvis. In Tennessee, for sure.
People ask me all the time, tell me one story. I said, if I tell you one story, that's only one out of 35 years of being there, and you probably wouldn't believe it anyway. So I'm just not even going to tell you. Great. Rico?
Yes, sir.
Damn, it's going to make me cry. I'm sitting here watching you.
I'm telling you right now, let's get to the bar.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Howard Johnson or Holiday Inn tonight.
I am watching this happening here right now, and I don't go back and watch too very many matches. But
I don't either. That's why I enjoy doing this show.
Wow,
this
Rick.
That Conrad has.
And
you're not just commenting on it, but you've been part of it. Is really interesting.
Well, yeah, thank you very much.
It's one thing to be to talk about the business. It's another thing to be part of the business and talk about it. And that's I can't emphasize that enough. You can have an opinion, and a lot of people do that never did anything like this. But to really be part of it, and brother, I'm smacking the shit out of him, Conrad.
Oh yeah,
he's not complaining at all.
Yeah. But do you notice one thing else that I'm not doing? I'm not chopping you back.
No, I know.
No, that's your gimmick.
Yeah,
that's not my gimmick.
Oh, you guys are working on my nose.
Hey, one tackle, drop down, nose drag.
Nose drag. God, I love it.
We had a lot of fun, but just look at this. So, I mean, look at this match. How it's going. Is this? I know I watched today. I know our business has changed. I've changed with it too, and I'm trying to help myself.
They're gonna get this and more in Nashville.
Yeah,
I'm going to bring back the entertainment aspect of the business. I guarantee you that.
If I was watching this on TV right now, I wouldn't get up. If it stayed on all day, I'd sit here all day and watch this. See, I don't have to worry about Rick trying to shoot me out of a cannon.
Yep.
Do you understand? I'm not worried about him dropping me on my head. I'm not. In my whole deal, if you don't mind where I'm talking, and people ask me about me selling or being a good worker, all I tried to do was convince the people on the front row that it was real
Mm-hmm.
by selling, and I sure did. Uh,
Yeah.
and I tried to convince them. If I could convince them, and that out of 10 times, even the guy I'm working would say, "Damn, you all right? You okay?" But see, that's what I did, and that's what I love doing, and that's what made Robert and I. It made us successful in what we did in tag team wrestling, was selling, but not just selling, making the people believe what you doing to me was real.
Yeah, I tell you something else. It's important here. It's kind of a lost art. Is doing it behind the referee's back. I don't know why. That I'm throwing Robert over the top rope. You've got the referee knowing where to be. Nowadays, I've actually seen where the referees worry about how they look. Hell, I mean, come on.
It happens all the time.
I respect the hell out of the referees, but when they start worrying about how they look in the match, then you got a problem.
Yes, but see, if you know how to work, you never.
If you know how to work, there's no problem.
Yes, if you're a heel, you keep the heat on yourself.
Can you imagine a referee in 1986 saying, "Well, I'm worried I'm gonna get buried"?
Oh, no.
Come on.
Well,
that's what's wrong with the business.
The heels you got to keep.
Not saying there is anything wrong, but that'd be something that you'd never ever hear.
Yes, I got
the referee's worried about how he's going to look. What?
Yeah, but Conrad and Rick both, the heels, they knew how to work. They knew how to keep the heat on themselves and not the referee. And that's a big thing. Now the guys, they just don't care.
Well, they do, but I don't disagree with that. I mean, they care, but it's laid out to such great detail that it's impossible, for everybody to always mesh or click on every beat.
Well,
and back then we just did it naturally. And if something went wrong, it was so minor nobody knew it.
Well, and if it did go wrong, only us in the ring knew it. Nobody else did. Yeah. So they didn't know if it was part of the show or not, Ricky. I see guys screw up in matches these days, and this expression on their face, and that's when the crowd start chanting, "You effed up, you effed up." It's because they gave their own self away.
Yep.
God, look at Lex.
Ricky, just to remind you, I think this is the first time that you guys came out with the tag belts. Manny Fernandez and Ivan Koloff were the victims. Of course, Rick Rude was hurt. Of course, we know in reality he's going to wind up going to work for Vince. But this is a big deal. Not the first time you had the straps, but being the NWA Tag Team Champions in this era meant a lot of times you were headlining another show, right? So at the time, there was the tag titles on top on one card and the world title on top on another card, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
No, we ran 2 towns every night.
Sure did. And Rick was saying earlier about us going out. Man, we'd do one in the afternoon, jump on a plane, which Crockett had a plane, and fly straight to another town, do another hour.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The best only part about that was funny is the way it worked out is at the halfway mark, I'd finally get the mask off Ricky, right? So Robert would come down like real concerned. And then Arn had to come down my corner. Arn was so damn mad. Said, why I gotta sit out here and watch this damn thing 9 times a week? Hurry up, Beak.
Yeah. Take it home.
Ricky and I'd be laughing like hell because those 2 guys had to stand there for a half hour watching the same match they'd watched 17 times.
Oh, I got you. Look at this. See how the referee, he's not even looking. You understand? He knows where to put himself at because he knows what you're doing, Rick. That's a good referee.
Yep.
Great. I have been in a match, Conrad, with Rick, and this happened in Philadelphia. That's a hill town. Them people there, they don't even like ice cream. I mean, it's just just horrible. And I went to the ring, and they know I'm wrestling Rick, and I was everything but Ricky Morton, the biggest heel town in the world. Here come Rick out. Jesus Christ. People are flipping out. Yeah. Because they were the number one heel town in the world.
Yeah.
And in 10 minutes in that match, I was the number one baby face, and Rick was the number one heel in that match. That's things that you can't teach people. But I was in the ring, fortunate enough to watch this happen. And what an education. I said, oh, my God, man, he turned these people in 10 minutes. And not by cussing them out, not by doing that, but just working.
Yeah, we had fun, boy. No doubt about it. God, I can't get over how
look at that crowd.
Outstanding Luger's physique was. My God.
Yes, I see Larry a lot.
Yeah, I saw him at WrestleCon as well.
Yes, I see him a lot, and he's great. He's on a lot of sign-ins that we do and things.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, his story, and I'm so glad that man, he's in such a happy place. He's a genuinely happy person. I mean, just a light and inspiration. If you have an opportunity to meet Lex Luger at a meet and greet or a Comic-Con or a convention, go out of your way to do so. I mean, you will walk away feeling like $1 million. Just the nicest guy that ever lived.
Yes,
absolutely.
Rick, do you notice anything different about this match? Do you guys notice anything different?
Other than the fact you look real tired?
No, you're getting the heat on Robert.
That's actually a great point. Yeah.
You're getting the heat. You're getting the heat on Robert tonight.
Oh, Jesus.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, you wouldn't tell.
Well, I'm too close to Korea.
Hey, the greatest line of all time was Peggy Luger saying to my wife, Beth, My Larry would never run around.
Oh,
I guess suggesting that I did. What the hell?
No. Oh, I know.
That's a rude comment.
Just because the guy goes to a bar doesn't mean he's running around.
Hey, he used to have some great parties. Rick did.
No shit.
And I never forget, Beth. It's just about 3/4 of the party, and Rick's got his underwear on, and
shut up, Morton.
And he's got a fly.
The house or on the road?
Yeah, no, this is at your house. And then look here, and somebody's wife come in there and says something to Beth and says, here we go. Beat the piss out of him. But she come in there and says, yeah, your husband's in there with a flower pot in his underwear. And she goes, he lives here. You're just visiting. Never forget that. Hey, no.
What an all-time great line.
Oh, yeah. He lives here. You're just visiting. In other words, he can do what the fuck he wanted to do.
He lives here. You're just visiting.
What a great line.
Oh, cool. This is great.
Oh, I can't.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you again for this match. Gosh.
This is too much
fun.
fun.
Oh, man. We're fixing it. I'll back up here again. And you see what I'm saying, Conrad, in our business today, everybody wants that one pop. Okay, you got the first match when I'm on shows, they will break the indoor record for chops, even knowing that Ric Flair is fixing to come on. Do you understand?
Yeah. Yep.
No. If you notice, only time I ever hit you with the chop was when Rick told me to, but I didn't want to. I'll tell you, oh, here we go. What are we doing? I think I'll row.
Yeah, this is the finish, Flake.
Roll you up. Here comes
there it is. Here comes Luger.
Here's come Luger. He's going to clothesline me out of the. No, here we go. Boom. You see?
Yeah, it looked good too.
Oh, it felt good too. No, I'm just kidding. Larry was green then.
Look at you getting those feet on the ropes.
You see?
I just always did that because it made it even more of a screw job.
You see? And See, see what I'm trying to tell you, Conrad?
I do see.
No, it's what I just told you about Rick. He just answered that question. You know, he's after got clothesline, he put his foot on the ropes to even make look he had to cheat more to beat me, and that's a businessman. Thank you, Rico.